What's up, fam? Hello, it is time for iCast your freaking awesome replays. Today we have the first map, the first game that was sent in, or at least the first one chosen anyway, from the Balls ICYFAR challenge. Now the challenge, of course, for this week was to harass your opponent even harder than you did to that substitute teacher in 5th grade. You know, the one who you kept asking, why aren't you married, miss? Does nobody love you? Until she cried and broke down. And then you all, being, 11 years old, you felt a slight glimmer of remorse before going, nah, that was pretty funny, high-fiving each other and continuing to be the heartless little shits. Hopefully it's non-verbal. We had a lot of people, and I'm sure Fluxior got a bunch of replays that were disgusting. I'm sure he got some replays of people calling people names. But you know what? You know what, guys? I was responding everywhere I could, saying, no, that does not count. I'm not going to accept replays where you just call someone names. I'm talking about in-game harassment. I'm talking about using your skills and not being a little piece of shit. So anyway, good luck. Are you from NCIS? Why? It should be obvious. Jethro. Oh, God. I hated that show so much. That's like, do you guys remember back in the days of broadcast television when you switched on TV? And in Australia, by the way, if you're American, you guys are at least blessed with many options. In Australia, well, we have 5 TV channels, and there was maybe a 7-year period. Oh, what? Oh, it's a fake. This Terran's doing some dirty shit. Builds a factory at home, shows it, cancels it, and then builds it on the other side. Anyway, you'd basically switch on to... Oh, look, he's going to come back up the ramp and see as well. No, turns around, doesn't see the factory is cancelled. Still sees no command center, though, which is very sus. So anyway, there's a 7-year period. All you would do is turn on the fucking TV and you'd go, cool, Channel 7, CSI Miami. Okay, wow, a really shitty crime procedural. It's literally just a bunch of dudes finding semen with their fucking blacklight. I'm like, this is creepy on so many levels and not interesting and very predictable. Really, this is like the worst TV. Channel 9, you're like, it's Law and Order. Cool, great. I've never watched Law and Order before. Oh my lord. Wow, every episode definitely isn't the same. Okay, that's fine. Channel 10, what do we got? Guys, it's CSI fucking New York. Oh, okay, all right. What? Okay, let's go to the next channel. What do we got? Oh, it's Law and Order SVU. Okay, what's on the next channel? It's NCIS. It's a slightly different crime procedural, but let's be real, it's basically the exact same show as CSI. And you're like, oh, I actually want to kill myself because this is the worst fucking piece of shit television I've ever seen in my life. There's like a 7-year period where every show was just like, oh guys, we've got to go to the lab and look at the corpse, and then we go to a room and we find semen, and then we analyze the semen. And you're like, this is actually creepier than Pornhub. How is this broadcast television for so many years? Everyone's like, I love this show. And then there'd be these like really exciting people, who'd start debating whether CSI or NCIS is better. And I'm like, you guys realize you're having the television debate equivalent of standing there next to a urinal that for some reason has a gigantic turd overflowing out of it, and you're arguing about the turd, and you'll be like, is that better than this turd over here, which the person somehow didn't put in the toilet but is on the floor? And the one's like, no, the one in the urinal is way better. This turd is much nicer. You can see from the way it's sloppy and it has no way of holding together. It's a lovely turd. And you're like, what the fuck are we talking about? We're arguing about different pieces of shit right now. There's like 3 people in chat who are like, those were my favorite TV shows. I'm sorry, you guys are probably very offended, but let's be real. They were the worst. There's the worst period of broadcast television's history. They were all so bad, and I'm so happy it's all done and that we have the internet now and we can watch things on goddamn demand. Rant over. This game's been kind of action-packed. This Cyclone's like, oi, I'm a dickhead. Harass. Miss, why don't you have a husband? Does nobody love you? Fucking kills the stalker, gets out. All the stalkers are distracted and the Banshee comes in. This is just some true fuckery from Probe, who is doing some very nice damage. Now, as the harassment continues, guys, I do want you all to get your replays in for next week. We have a new challenge up, and oh my god, coming in on red hit points. Oh, could you be more of a dick? Okay, finally, okay, she snaps, and she does put that Cyclone in detection. Mrs. Jethro here, she's like, you little fucking shit! The Banshee's still alive, though. His friend Kyle, who's also, let's be real, there's a lot of little shits called Kyle in school, right? Fucking Kyle, man. Oh, she lays down the law. She puts Kyle in detention as well. Get fucked. Probe here is trying to be fancy with the harassment. Does start to get shut down a little. Another Banshee's coming in. So guys, the new challenge is I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Bomb your opponent to the Stone Age with control over the skies. So creative use of air units, as always. The more harassment, the more creative attacks and interesting ways you use your air units. Who knows, maybe Tempests harassing mineral lines from behind them. Individual carriers running into separate bases. Phoenixes, Mutas flying all over. Who knows? You guys, fucking speed Banshees flying all over the map. There's a lot of things you guys can do here. In general, just use air units and send me your most interesting games. Oh my god, she has shut shit down. You know, she said, I'm going to be a nice teacher. My name is Mrs. Jethro. I'm not going to be like old Mrs. Kransky, the cranky bitch that made me just write down shit off the chalkboard all day and repeat things and learn them by rote. I'm going to be friendly and cool. 1 week in with the fucking kids teasing her about not being married and fucking being single and just kind of in general not listening to her whenever she tries to be nice and understanding. She's starting to lay down the law. And right now she's going for the I'm going to fucking send your base to the principal attack. So we've got 2 Immortals, 4 Stalkers. Unfortunately, I think she may have lost her cool. This is not the most organized or collected attack. She starts to gather her wits. She is going to collect a little bit before trying to push in. And if those 2 Immortals, they can bust that bunker very quickly. 1 Immortal left behind. Oh, she's not quite organized with this one. And she's shooting supply depots with Immortals. Mrs. Jethro. I mean, I thought she was going to start to reinvent herself, but she's realizing, am I the same as Mrs. Kransky? Am I just an angry, sad, withered old husk? Have I lost my ideals? I think I may have, because it looks like Probe here says, fuck you, miss, 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 does come in and takes out this attack. I think that could have done a lot of damage, but it turns out shooting supply depots with your Immortals and coming in a bit disjointed, not the best. However, she did shut down a Banshee on the other side of the map, so shout out to Mrs. Jethro here. Another Banshee flies in. This is just not going to stop, is it? Great micro, by the way, from Probe. You could notice how he's just clicking them in the mineral lines and ignoring it. It's just, it's like, here's something for you to deal with. Have fun. I love that there's a second starport building medevacs at home. Has like literally no bio right now, though. What do we got? Oh, okay. 2 Marauders, 2 Marines coming across. 3rd base on the way. Mrs. Jethro is starting to stabilize. I believe this is a Masters League game, guys. Yeah, look at the APM. And just the level of like stuff that's happening and the money is being spent. This is actually a pretty high level game. I might have played Jethro on ladder before. A second Stargate going down for Mrs. Jethro. She's going a Void Ray. Is she? Oh, is this one of these players who doesn't know how to play against Terran? So they just try to like make cannons and sky toss after the early game. Oof. It's a good way to lose. I mean, she has lost her cool, right? And defends the Nexus, the units pick up, and then she cancels it. Oh no. If you weren't tilted before, you're fucking tilted now. Mrs. Jethro, she is losing her cool. And more harassment just queued in. Look at this. Probe is just doing that. The 0 micro, just keep rallying shit in. Banshees, drops, just keep rallying him in. Just be a dickhead. Just keep harassing her. You know, every time she turns around, spitball sticking to the back of her hair. She doesn't even notice. I remember once in school, and it's really funny to think back about these. I always like ICYFAR because it sends me down memory lane. There was one of these older teachers where some of the meaner kids, they were spitballing her. I think she got about 38 spitballs stuck to the back of her without realizing what was actually happening. And I feel like that's kind of Mrs. Jethro's situation right now. Like literally, she was polka dotted in just fucking little saliva encrusted pieces of paper that had been shot out of straws. Now, if you is there anyone out there, by the way, shout out in chat, do you not know what a spitball is? I'm curious if there's somewhere in the world where students aren't little shits who get a straw, chew up paper, put it in there, and then shoot it like a fucking dart from some sort of rainforest community. You know, it's like those blowpipes. Basically, you just use a straw like a blowpipe, and and because you've kind of chewed up the paper, so it's all gooey, and then it just sticks to whoever you shoot it at. So basically, you're basically just sticking chewed up paper on people, and because it's just paper, it's very light, so they don't feel it normally. A few people say no, we never had that. People said yes, we did that, we were cunts. So good to see some shitheads in chat, and also some people who said no, we didn't. The only reason I know about that is because my dad told me. Oh really? Oh, Mrs. Jethro, you go, Mrs. Jethro. Shuts down that. I'm calling her Mrs. It's actually Miss, right? Otherwise they wouldn't be teasing her about not being married. Oh no, not again. Oh, probe, what a shithead. Oh, the shield battery. She saves it. Wait, no, not like this, not like this. Oh god, she's move commanding into tank bio on the other hand. Oh no, she's so distracted. And they're redropping. Oh my god, wait, there's no anti-air. Oh my god, Revenge of Mrs. Jethro. 3 Chads are raining down death and destruction. The Nexus does survive, but this drop queued up to be annoying over there. It's a ton of Marauders, and there's no anti-air right now. Probe loses 2 tanks. The Liberator running away. The Command Center's getting low. But this drop here doing damage as well. This game is an absolute shit show right now, and that's exactly what I wanted to see here. I mean, there's a Spitball once again. Sticks to the back of her head. Oh, click the Nexus, click the Nexus, click the Nexus. Stim and click the Nexus. Oh my god, so dirty. Oh, Chad comes forward. The medevac's going to go down. And you know what? Oh my god. Saves it. Saves it, Mrs. Jethro. You go, Mrs. Jethro. Yeah. But I do have to be a bit critical. I don't know if double Stargate 4 Chad Rays is the right... Oh god, I did not see that. That Banshee just killed 10 workers, guys. Oh, I was wondering why there was so many workers stacked up here. Oh my... Has she still not found... Okay, there's got to be a point where the 17th Banshee rallies into your base where you build a cannon, right? You think you would build a fucking cannon. What the hell, man? Why would you not build a cannon? Oh, God. Mrs. Jethro. She's like, no, they respect me now. I don't need to keep the strict rules. We can go back to being chill and relaxed, and now they will respect me because I put them in detention one time. Fuck no, Mrs. Jethro. That's not how it works. They're little shits. Their whole existence is based around pushing the boundaries. You gotta fuck them up. You gotta slam some fucking punishment down on their face. You can't give them leeway. They will run. And you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. These little fuckers, there's only one way to get their respect, and that is to fucking destroy them. But Probe here, once again, continuing to try to push. She's actually starting to defend quite well, but I'm worried about the frontal attack. The harassment's getting shut down, but she's just got a few Stalkers and a Chad there, and that is a lot of Marauders. Now, Charge is almost done, which is very useful against these Zealots, but the upgrades 1-1, so an upgrade advantage there for Probe. And, oh, Probe's actually going to overstim these units. There's no medevacs healing, so they will slowly die, even though the Stalkers are getting shredded. The Chads come forward, there's no anti-air. Oh my god, I can't believe the Chads are actually the perfect unit choice here. This is actually insane. The drop in the natural, though, doing massive damage. That single Marauder got up to 5-6 kills before it went down to the Probes. The third base does survive, but Jethro, Mrs. Jethro, you got to fucking defend. Oh my god, there's still no cannon in the main. You're How many games? You guys have seen me do this many times on Twitch Players Pig as well with the Proxy Starport Viking, where it's like 17 minutes in the game and the Vikings are still landing and doing damage, and I'm like, okay. It's like you've taken so much damage, you're like, I can't afford to build a cannon now or leave a Void Ray there, or to A-move a Void Ray along the bottom of the map to the clearly and obviously proxied Stargate. No. Cannons are coming down up here. There is a Thor, a few Marines, the Zealots doing a good job. Ooh, the Void Rays, one of them Pismatic Alliance. Ooh, lovely Chad Fields. And the Void Rays come forward. I don't think there's enough anti-air. Oh my god, the Void Rays just wreck that Thor. I cannot believe these 4 Void Rays. These are the White Knights of Miss Jethro right now. They are sitting in the front row. They're like, Miss, I'll take the trash out for you. They're fucking weird teacher's pets, but they are doing a good job right now, and they are undermining the shittery fucking fuckery of these douchebag little harassment units. The 17th Banshee runs in the main, by the way. The medevacs are going to manage to unload, but I don't think they're going to get many kills this time with the cannon and the Void Rays there. Unfortunately, no detection in the main. That Banshee survived on red hit points. Oh my god, and look at this, still stimming in like random units. For some reason, there's SCVs that unloaded out of one of those medevacs. Lol. 4 bases are up here. And the power of just harassment, guys. This is a Masters League game, and I'm telling you, man, you just keep queuing problems in. You don't need to micro every single one perfectly. You can just be a complete shithead. Like Kyle the Banshee here. This is like the 17th Kyle in this game. Is it just me, or were the whitest kids the biggest dicks in school? Don't know if that was just an experience for me. You know, there's like the really white kids, Kyle, Josh, and Mitch. Those sound like some super white names, right? But like, you know, there's levels of whiteness, but they're like the super white ones. I feel like they were the biggest shitheads. Anyways, could just be my own selective bias. You know, shouldn't see people by the color of their skin. But I don't know, man. I'm allowed to be racist to white people, right? I think I am. I don't know. Miss Jethro's had enough. She's like, fuck this shit. This is what I get for trying to be nice. That was really sad. I feel really bad. I'm actually remembering all the cunty shit we did as kids. Really fucking, wow, we were evil. Guys, be nice to your teachers. Teach your kids to be better than we were. We're all growing up now. Teach your kids to be kinder than we were, okay? I don't think I was the worst of the lot, but I'm sure I joined in being a little shitbag. And you know what? Let's try and raise a generation of slightly less douchebaggy shitbags. Thank you very much for that replay probe. Great job queuing in 27 banshees in the main and killing about 4,000 probes with it. I do wonder how that game would have looked if a single cannon got built in the main. I also wonder how that game would have looked with where the hell Jethro was going, because we saw 2 Stargate Void Ray in PvT, and I'm just like, what next? Like, where does that go? Do we keep making air units? Or is just a few Void Rays and then you go to normal units? Like, Charge was added in after. Like, is it Void Ray Charge lot PvT? Sounds sick. GG, well played either way. That was the first game from the Spitballs ICYFAR.